Welcome to your 20-minute stretch and mobility session. You won't need much today, just a mat, and if you'd like, grab a belt or a towel for one of the stretches. A couple of blocks or knee pads might help for extra comfort. This session includes a mix of dynamic and PNF-style stretches designed to improve flexibility, mobility, and body awareness. We'll finish with 2 standing stretches using a wall and a kitchen counter or table. Work within your limits, move with control, and take each stretch at your own pace. As you exhale, focus on softening into the stretch a little more each time. Enjoy this time to release tension and reconnect with your body. We're going to move to the 4-point kneeling position. Make sure your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hip joints. From there, you're going to take your left leg out to the side and gently rock back and forth. Only take this stretch to the point when it actually feels good. Whenever I teach this stretch, my clients say, it's one of those things you didn't know you needed in your life until you've done it. If this stretch doesn't feel like it's doing much for you, you can take your right knee and shimmy it slightly further out of the way. Keep rocking back and forth. Moving slowly through this stretch. If anything feels particularly good, feel free to stay there for a little longer. One thing I want you to pay attention to is your left knee. Make sure you're not letting your body weight to dump into the knee. Keep that leg straight. Last 2. And then last 1. Lovely. From there, you're going to change sides. So reset. The other side might feel different, slightly different than the first one. I'm going to do this one diagonally so that you can see me a little bit better. You can stay as you are. We're here, rocking back and forth. And again, if you want to get more out of that stretch, if it feels like you want to do more, send this leg further out, making sure you're keeping that knee in the right position. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable. It should feel like a nice stretch. Rocking your body weight back and forward. You've got 2 more here. Good. And then last one. Lovely. And bring that leg in. From your 4-point kneeling, you're going to step out to your plank and then come up to your up stretch, your hips up, chest pressing down against your legs or towards your legs as much as you can. Pedal your heels at the back. One heel presses down, the other heel lifts off. You're going to feel the stretch at the back of your calf. And press, and press. And we've got 4 more here, and 3. Last 2. Last 1. And here you can continue, or you can try and go for both legs, up and down. Press, and lift, and down, and up. Last 1, down. And up from there, roll the spine through the front. Then bring your left leg to the front for me. You can shuffle it forward if you need to. Drop your knee at the back gently to the mat. Relax the toes at the back. Here, I want you to focus on pushing your hips forward. Press your right hip forward as far as you can and then lengthen the spine to the front. From there, you're going to reach your left arm forward, do a big circle, reaching your arm all the way to the back, twisting your spine to the left-hand side, bring that arm back up and lower it down. We go again. Reach your arm forward, big circle, and bring it to the center. If you're mixing left to right, that's totally fine. Pay attention to which arm is going back. Your front foot, the same side, arm does a circle. So I've got my left foot in the front, so my left arm is reaching back. Last two, push the hip forward and center. And then last one, pushing the hip forward and center. From there, I'm going to press away from my hands and bring myself into the seated position, forward fold. If this isn't something that feels good for you, for whatever reason, you can stay up here in the high position, extend the leg in the front, and then forward fold, drop the chest down. If the floor is too far away for you here, whilst you're keeping your knees straight, hold on to some blocks or books or whatever you've got to hand that can support you in this position. Otherwise, you can stay here and then send your chest forward as much as you can until you feel a lovely stretch under your left knee. And from there, bring yourself to the front again. We're going to reset through the same movement pattern. So hook the toes at the back, lift the back knee, take the front leg back, bring the other leg to the front, drop the back knee down, relax the toes. Whichever leg you've got in the front is the right side for me. The same arm reaches forward, and we're going to do a big circle. Look the other way around. Twist your spine. Bring yourself to the front. And again. Reaching back. And forward. Reaching back. Big circle. Whilst you're mobilizing your shoulder joints, your spine in rotation, you're pushing this hip forward as much as you can, giving it a really lovely stretch. And from there, press away from the leg in the front, sitting down on the back leg, chest forward. Again, if that's not accessible to you today, that's totally fine. Press away to your high kneeling and then drop the chest down. Again, you can support yourself on some blocks. We want to focus on a stretch of your hamstring, of the lower part of your hamstring behind your knee, dropping the chest down. Think about sending your tailbone up to the ceiling. That will intensify the stretch, which you can probably see on my face a little bit. No matter how hard I try to hide it, it's definitely there. And bring yourself up. Take a little breather before we move on to the next part. We're going to move on to a quad stretch, lying down on your front. Lie down. You can have your right hand under your forehead and then bend your left leg. Hold on to your left leg with your left hand. So again, the same side. From there, push the hips towards the mat and then press your foot gently against your hand. You might feel a strong stretch on your quad, and that's okay. Again, only work to the point when it feels comfortable, like a good stretch. Take deep breaths here. We're going to hold it for another few seconds. Then as soon as you feel that your body has relaxed in this position a little bit, you can squeeze a little bit more out of this stretch. So press your hips firmly onto the mat. And again, probably after about 10 seconds, your body will get used to this position. So we're going to go again. Press the hips even more against the mat. Deep breaths. And rest. Do the same thing on the other side. Right hand, right foot, pressing the hips against the mat. Pulling your foot with your hand towards your hip. And if you want to, you can also try and press your foot against your hand, intensifying the stretch a little bit more. Press the hips firmly to the mat even more. And we've got one more, pressing the hips down. Pressing your foot against your hand whilst you pull it to your hip and release. For your next stretch, you're going to need a belt. I've got a yoga belt here, but any other belt will do.
or a cloth or a towel. What we're looking for is a piece of material that doesn't have any stretch to it. If you are using a resistance band, that's fine. Make sure you go for a tough one and fold it in half so that it doesn't have much give to it. You're going to lie down on your back, and from there find a comfortable position with your knees bent, pointing up to the ceiling in your relaxation position. Then from there, you're going to hook your belt over your foot and reach it all the way up to the ceiling. This will be different for everyone, so please do not compare yourself to what you can see on the screen. Work at your own limits. The important thing here is that your hips are staying heavy on the mat for this hamstring stretch. You're going to keep your right knee straight. From there, keeping that right knee straight, you're going to pull that leg as close to your chest as you can whilst your hips stay firmly on the mat. You're going to have a firm grip on that belt, so if you want to wrap it around your hand, now is the time, so that you don't have to do any adjustments throughout the stretch. Pull that leg in. We're going to hold it here for approximately 30 seconds, and I do have my timer down by the end of the mat. The timing doesn't have to be perfect, but we're keeping this stretch at your maximum level, allowing the body to get used to this lengthened position of your muscles. So please try and not move it back and forward, just hold it wherever it feels like it's your maximum, but also in a position where you can maintain it without excruciating pain. Work within your limits. From there, you're going to press your leg against the belt as if you wanted to kick it down. You won't be able to see much on the screen, so I'm going to imitate it. I want you to keep your leg still and press it as if you wanted it to go down. You may move it for about 10 centimeters, maybe a little bit more. Don't go too far down. Keep pressing. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, focus on relaxing and pull that leg closer to your chest. Chances are you'll be able to pull it much closer than you thought you could. Hold this position for about 30 seconds again in your new length. This exercise will differ for every client slightly. So as I said, please don't compare yourself to what you can see on the screen or if you're doing this with a friend. Work within your own limits. From there, you're going to press that leg against your belt. Again, the same way. The direction goes down as if you wanted to kick that leg down towards the floor. You're contracting your hamstring. From there, take a deep breath in. Exhale, focus on relaxing. And again, you might find that you can pull that leg much closer to your chest than you thought you could. We're going to do this one more time. So this stretch takes approximately 2 minutes per leg, but it's a highly effective stretch. So one more time, press your leg against the belt, keep the belt firm. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, focus on relaxing and pull that leg closer to your chest. From there, bend your knee, hug your knee to your chest. It definitely deserves a good hug. And then slowly relax it down to the mat. You can lengthen it. If you wanted to, you could lengthen both and just feel the difference between both legs. And then when you're ready, back to relaxation position, changing legs. So the leg we just stretched, which was the right side for me, is staying bent. I'm going to put the belt on my left foot, extend that leg up to the ceiling. And again, working in my own limit. I'm keeping my pelvis heavy on the mat and I'm keeping my knees straight. I'm pulling the leg as close to my chest as I can, whilst I know I can maintain good technique throughout the stretch. Feel the stretch, but don't feel excruciating pain behind my knee or hip. Holding the stretch for approximately 30 seconds, allowing your body to get used to it before we confuse it slightly to get a little bit more stretch out of it. From there, you're going to press your foot against the band, 6 out of 10 effort, more or less. as if you wanted to kick it down. Hold your bird firmly. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, really focus on relaxing to pull that leg closer to your chest. So we're not pressing the leg against the band anymore. That's very important so that you can really pull it towards your chest. We've got 2 more rounds of this. So again, we're holding this stretch for about 30 seconds. Firm grip on the belt. Pressing the leg against the band now again. Press. Don't let it go far. Be firm with your strap. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, focus on relaxing that leg and put it closer to your chest again. Keep your pelvis heavy on the mat and keep your knees straight. And we're going to do this one more time. Are you ready? Press your foot against the band or belt or whatever you're using. Could be a towel, could be another human being helping you achieve this stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax, pull that leg in, keep the knees straight. And from there, bend that knee, hug your knee to your chest. Relax it down. For your next stretch, lie down on your mat. Reach your arms out to the sides. Keep your knees bent and bring your legs together. From here, you're going to roll your hips and legs towards the left-hand side whilst keeping the opposite shoulder blade, so your right side, down on the mat. You might feel a gentle stretch through the rotation all across your body. And if this is okay, then you can extend the top leg away and let the gravity pull it down. If you want to intensify the stretch, take the bottom leg and shimmy it further back. In this stretch, I encourage you to find the most comfortable position for you. Take a few deep breaths, and every time you exhale, focus on melting your body down to the mat. Allow the gravity to pull you in. Allow yourself for some relaxation time throughout this stretch. If you are struggling to keep this leg up, but keeping it bent is not giving you enough satisfaction out of the stretch, then take a couple of yoga blocks, like I've got here, or some books, or a cushion, or whatever you've got to hand, so that you can rest your legs down on that piece of equipment. You've got 2 more deep breaths here. And from there, we're going to repeat the stretch on the other side. So bend your knee, bring everything back into the center, and repeat it on the other side. Roll your knees to the right hand side. You can stay here. Keep the left shoulder blade down on the mat. If you want to go further, extend your left leg away. You can take the right leg further back. And again, find your comfortable position. Find your stretch that feels good. It doesn't feel like you're ripping your body from one side to another. Allow yourself to relax. 3 deep breaths. Every time you exhale, allow the gravity to pull you closer towards the floor. And from there, my favorite way to get out of this stretch is to just roll to whichever side you're already on and gently peel yourself off the mat. Take your time, don't get a head rush, because the final stretch is a standing up stretch. I want you to find a wall with a corner so that we can stretch the front of your chest. You want to anchor your elbow against the wall and then stand in line with that wall, and then from there, when you're ready, keeping the elbow anchored on that wall, step slightly further away, allowing yourself a lovely stretch across your chest. A couple more deep breaths. Once you feel you can lengthen it a bit further, then step a little bit further out. stretching across the front of your chest. Think about your frame. Think about lengthening your spine up to the ceiling. Deep breaths, mindful stretches. And rest. Do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to do it this way. And then when you're ready, twist away, allowing yourself to anchor the elbow against the wall. Long spine. And deep breath in. As you exhale, see if you can deepen the stretch a little bit more. Again, only working to the point when it still feels like a comfortable stretch. And rest. For your final stretch, you're going to need a kitchen counter, a sturdy table, or a sturdy chair. I am using the sofa because that's all I've got for today. Have a look. We're still going with that technique of pull and release. So just pay attention to what's happening. You're going to stand up, anchor your hands on whatever surface you're using. And you can keep your knees softened here if you feel a strong pull through your hamstring, or if the surface, like for me, is a little bit low. From there, you're going to keep your arms straight and focus on dropping your chest down. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds. An alternative is to keep your elbows on that surface and then drop the chest down here. It's really whatever feels best. Actually, this feels better for me, so I'm going to stay here. You can do either variation, they both work well. See whatever works best for you today. You'll feel a strong stretch under your armpit and possibly going a little bit further down towards your back. From here, we're holding this for approximately 30 seconds, which if you have started with me, you would have by now. We're going to now focus on pressing your elbows against that surface as if it was a cardboard box that you wanted to flatten down. Then take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax and allow yourself to drop the chest a little bit lower into this strong stretch. And again, we're holding this stretch in your new length for approximately 30 seconds. You can keep your arms straight, as I said, or keep them bent, as long as you can feel the benefits of that stretch. We're going to go again. Press your elbows against the surface. So you can't see me moving much, but trust me, I'm pressing them down against. Breathe in. As you breathe out, focus on relaxing and drop the chest a little bit lower down. Keep your knees soft. And we've got one more set. Again, press. You can, if you feel discomfort and you want to bring your chest up by this point, you're welcome to. I just want you to really put some power into it. Press. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. And drop the chest as low as it feels good. From there, we want to get out of this stretch in a very gentle way, so you can step your feet forward, around your back, relax your arms, prop yourself up, and really gently roll yourself up to standing. Roll the shoulders back. And finally, to close the session, I invite you to think about your frame. Think about your posture. Every time you walk through a door frame, I want you to walk through and think, I walked through a frame, I'm going to walk with a good, proud frame as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you've got any feedback or requests, be sure to let me know, and enjoy the rest of your day. Well done. Take a moment to notice how you feel. Subscribe and explore my other videos when you're ready.